Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala sayyidil mursaleen wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in. Amma ba'd, fa'udhu billahi minash shaytanir rajeem. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Wat-teen waz-zaytun وطور سينين وهذا البلد الأمين لقد خلقنا الإنسان في أحسن تقويم ثم رددناه أسفل سافلين صدق الله مولانا العظيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي آمين يا رب العالمين. Please pray after me. As-salatu was-salamu alayka ya Rasulullah. As-salatu was-salamu alayka ya Rasulullah. Speak for me out, please. As-salatu was-salamu alayka ya Habiballah. As-salatu was-salamu alayka ya Nabiyallah. Wa ala alika wa ashabika ya Nurallah. Sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam. Muazzaz wa mukarram Hazrat Allama Maulana Muhammad Hamid Sahab Qibla Hazrat Ali, Hazrat Allama Maulana Muhammad Mohsin Sahab Qibla Hazrat Ali, Hazrat Allama Maulana Azmatullah Sahab Najmi Hazrat Ali, हमारे मेहमान कारी रियाजुद्दीन साहब अशरफी और दीगर उलमाए ज़वील एहतराम वाज़े किराम व हाज़रीन. Alhamdulillah, once again it's an honor to be here. It is one full year since I was here. I remember because it was cold when I last came. It's still cold outside. You guys are fully awake, are you? Yeah. You guys are awake? Yeah. We need to build up a better society. You can't do that while sleeping. We need to be awake. It's going to be a short talk, inshallah, and the topic got me thinking, because it's easy to give a topic, it's hard to prepare. Because we have to fulfill the requirements. May Allah Ta'ala give us the tawfiq, inshallah. It's about the responsibilities of youth. Now, when a person is young, a child aspires to be young. He looks at people who are young, who are strong, who are young adults, and children want to be like them, don't they? When I become young, I'll be able to do whatever I want. When I become young, I'll be able to go wherever I want. The same thing happens with old people. कि जो हमारे बुजुर्ग हज़रात हैं, वो ये तमन्ना करते, काश मैं भी young होता. I wish I was young. So children, they hope to become young. And our elders, they wish they become young. Lekin, there are two things in the world for which there is no cure. कि दो चीजों का कोई इलाज नहीं है. एक तो मौत. There is no cure for death. And the other thing is old age. There is no cure for old age. You can apply all the lotions that you want. You can spend all the money that you want. You can do whatever you want, but old age will take over you. कि बुढ़ापा आगे रहेगा, इससे कोई जीत नहीं सका. और बुढ़ापे की जो बातें होती हैं, अल्लाह अकबर, ये कुरान पाक में इसका जिक्र आया. हमारे उलमा, हमारे यंग जो स्कॉलर्स हैं, कि फरमाया कुरान पाक में कि कुछ लोगों को अल्लाह उस उम्र पे ले जाता है. Allah Ta'ala takes people to that age when they forget what they once knew. And this is very relevant today. There is a lot of talk about dementia. People talk about dementia, Alzheimer's disease. Okay, what happens in dementia? Where our old people especially, they tend to forget things. कि भूल जाते हैं कि कौन है, कहाँ है, उनकी याददाश्त कम हो जाती है. कुरान ने फरमाया कि अल्लाह उन्हें ऐसे मोड़ पे ले जाता है जहां वो पहले जो चीजें जानते थे उसे भूल जाते हैं. When they once knew something, they forget. And this is old age. You can't get away from old age. लेकिन अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह हजरत अब्दुल्लाह इब्न अब्बास रज़ियल्लाहु तआला अन्हुमा फरमाते हैं कि एक मुसलमान जो सच्चा मोमिन होता है, if you have led your life as a true mu'min, as a true believer, तो फिर उसकी याददाश्त की हिफाजत अल्लाह करता है. Allah Ta'ala protects his memory and his wisdom. And we see scholars. If you haven't seen scholars, you go and live with scholars. Okay? Our scholars, they tend to forget sometimes in old age, they tend to forget the worldly things. किसी का नाम भूल गए, जगह का नाम भूल गए, कौन सा दिन है भूल गए, लेकिन कुरान और हदीस पूछो तो उन्हें अब भी याद रहती है. They never forget Quran, they never forget Hadith, they never forget their deen. Alhamdulillah, this is the barakat of deen. And when you are getting old, embrace it gracefully. People worry about their white hair. Alhamdulillah, in Islam, white hair is a blessing. The first person to see white hair was Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam. And he saw in the mirror, and he saw some white hair cropping up. And he asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Ya Allah, what is this? I have never seen this before. Ye kya hai Ya Allah? So Allah ta'ala ne farmaya, ye noor hai. This is noor. Ibrahim alayhi salam ne kaha, Ya Allah, ye noor hai, to is noor ko बढ़ा दे. Increase the noor. या हम कम करने की कोशिश करते हैं. We apply all kinds of dye. Okay, we want to look young, right? But embrace old age gracefully. Embrace it gracefully. And if you see other people, you see these celebrities, okay? They want to look young forever. They think they are invincible. They will be young forever. But that doesn't happen. And even to the very old age, they apply makeup and they look so weird, isn't it? 70-year-old will put makeup and what kind of hair they have. They just look so weird. But alhamdulillah, what happens with a Muslim, the older you grow, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala increases your respect. कि जब उनकी बुजुर्गी बढ़ती है तो अल्लाह ताला उनकी इज्जत भी बढ़ा देता है. Alhamdulillah. So we don't throw our old people in old people's home. Alhamdulillah, we take care of them in our houses. They are still part of the family and not somebody on the side. Anyway, what I am to talk about is young age. They all aspire to be young. Why? Because when you are young, you have energy. When you are young, you have strength. When you are young, you have enthusiasm. एक जोश होता है, एक जज्बा होता है. लेकिन with this also comes risk. Understand this. And our younger brothers stand there. If you cannot distract yourself and distract me, please, so just be quiet and listen. Alhamdulillah. When a person becomes a young adult, what happens? There are two different entities looking at him, focusing at him. One is Shaitan. Shaitan is looking at him. This guy, this girl is now young. Now the angels have started to record the deeds. Because when you were a child, do what you want. The angels, they don't record the sins. They record the good deeds, but they don't record the sins. That doesn't mean that children shouldn't commit sins. But the angels don't write it. But when you become a young adult, they start writing. Okay? So Shaitan is focused on you. I need to make this boy, I need to make this girl to commit all kinds of evil. Because now he has the urge. Now he has the temptations. Now he has the strength. Now he has the means to commit those sins. So Shaitan is full on you. Along with shaitan, alhamdulillah, Rahman is also focused on you. Allah Ta'ala is looking at you, that what is this young man going to do? What is this young woman going to do? How are they going to perform when I have given them youth? Who gave us youth? Who gave us this strength? Who gave us this money? It is not shaitan who gave us. It is alhamdulillah Allah who gave us. Allah gave us the strength. Allah gave us you. And how wrong it would be if Allah give us something and we spend in the way of shaitan. कि अल्लाह ने नेमतें दी, हम शैतान की राह में उसे इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं, कितना गलत होगा ये अल्लाहु अकबर. So, if you look at our deen, you know what young age is called shabab. क्या कहते हैं? कहें सर? Shabab. Shabab means the peak, the zenith, the peak of something. Our peak is our youth. And our deen was at its peak when Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was here. कि हुजूर का ज़माना was the peak of Islam. Alhamdulillah. That was the only time when good became more and evil became less. हर ज़माने में ये रहा है कि गुनाह ज़्यादा होते हैं, नेकियां कम होती हैं. लेकिन ये हुजूर का ज़माना है कि नेकियां ज़्यादा हो गई और गुनाह कम हो गए. अच्छे ज़्यादा हो गए, बुरे कम हो गए. अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह, ये हुजूर का ज़माना था, ये दीन का शबाब. लेकिन अल्लाह ताला को भी शबाब बहुत पसंद है. Allah Ta'ala loves this age when a person is young. And you know what? That is why Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala kept His Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, His beloved, His Habib, young. He was always young. What age did the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam pass away? 63. Who is 40 over here? How many of you are over 40? A lot of us. A lot of us are over 40. What age did you see white hair coming? Around the age of 40? Today we have a lot of stress. Today there is a lot of pollution, okay? When we were young, people had white hairs in their late 40s. And now they have white hair in their early 40s. Okay? We are becoming older a lot sooner. तो बूढ़े जल्दी हो रहे हैं. By the age of 50, if you are not dyeing your hair, all your hair will be white. But look at the hairs of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam passed away at the age of 63, the Sahaba said only about 18 or 16 hairs of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was white. सिर्फ 18 या 16 बाल मुबारक शरीफ जिनकी ज़ियारत हम आज करने वाले हैं इंशाअल्लाह. बाल मुबारक शरीफ, मुए मुबारक शरीफ, सिर्फ इतने ही मुए मुबारक सफेद थे. बाकी सब अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह खुशबू है. अल्लाह ताला ने अपने हबीब को यंग ही रखा. और अल्लाह ने अपना दीदार जब कराना है, सुभान अल्लाह, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will show Himself to us, when we will witness Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we all will be young. ये जितने हमारे हजरात बुजुर्ग हो चुके हैं, इंशाअल्लाह आप भी यंग हो जाएंगे. हम सब यंग हो जाएंगे. इसलिए कि जन्नत में कौन जाएगा? Only young. एक बूढ़ी औरत आई and she asked the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Ya Rasulullah, please make dua that I go to Jannah. हुजूर sallallahu alaihi wasallam ने फरमाया कोई बूढ़ी जन्नत में नहीं जाएगी. And she started to cry. And the Sahaba said, why are you crying? She said, I asked the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said, no, all women will go to Jannah. कहा मतलब ये नहीं है. हमारा मतलब ये है कि बूढ़ी को पहले जवान किया जाएगा, फिर जन्नत में दाखिल किया जाएगा. You will become young and then you will be made to enter Jannah. We all will be about 32, 33 and then we will enter Jannah. जन्नत में सब यंग होंगे और उन यंग लोगों को अल्लाह का दीदार करना. Young people will be made to see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala states, what deen? Allah ta'ala takes 4 qasam in this surah. लेकिन इसमें जिक्र है यंग का, शबाब का. What deen? And Allah Ta'ala is mentioning 4 young people who did great things in their youth. What deen is referring to? Ibrahim alayhi salam. Ibrahim alayhi salam was also young. when he defied the entire nation, his uncle and all the people, he said, all these idols you worship, they are wrong. They are not worthy to be worshipped. Ye sab batil ma'bud hai. And he broke them all. Was he old at that age? No. He was only young. Ibrahim alayhi salam was young and he stood alone. इसीलिए फरमाया कि ये इब्राहिम तो अकेले पूरी उम्मत है. ये पूरी उम्मत है अकेले. Alhamdulillah. He is a nation by himself. Ibrahim alayhi salam. Wat-teen, was-zaytun. Zaytun is referring to Isa alayhi salam. And Isa alayhi salam, all the great things he did, all the mu'jizat he showed, he used to cure the leper. He used to make people see who were blind. He could tell what you have eaten and what you have stored in your house. And he could also raise the dead. कि मुर्दों को भी जिला देते थे. इतने सारे मौजिज़ात ईसा अलैहिस्सलाम ने कब दिखाए? When he was very young. इसलिए कि he was lifted up to the skies when he was about 32, 33 years old. He's going to come back. He was young. See what these young people are doing. What are our young people doing? I'm going to come to that. What deen? Remember this. Ibrahim alayhi salam. Was Zaytun. Isa alayhi salam. Who's left? What Turi Sinin? Musa alayhi salam. Talking about Musa alayhi salam. Musa alayhi salam is a young man. He is exceptionally strong. And that strength became his trial. कि वही उनका इम्तिहान हो गया. Exceptionally strong. Waturi Sinin. So talking about Musa alayhi salam. Musa alayhi salam, do you know? You want to be a rich kid nowadays, don't you? Everybody wants to be rich and have flashy cars and live in mansions, yeah? All rich people have this dream. Musa alayhi salam was raised like a prince. Musa alayhi salam was raised in the palace of Pharaoh. But then he was told to go and challenge Pharaoh. All this is happening at a young age. Waturi Sinin. Now who is left? The master of all, the Sayyid of all, Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And Allah Ta'ala says about him, وَهَذَا الْبَلَدِ الْأَمِينَ. This city of Makkah, O beloved sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, where you walk. ये जमीन जहाँ पे आपका गुजर होता है, ये जमीन भी अमीन हो गई, इसलिए कि हमारे हुजूर भी अमीन है. As-Sadiqul Wa'dul Amin. Alhamdulillah. 4 great young people are mentioned. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, لَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانِ فِي أَحْسَنِ تَقْوِيمٍ. We have made insan, human beings, in the best form. Some Mufassirun say that over here, Allah Ta'ala is talking about shabab, about youth. Allah Ta'ala mentioned 4 young people who did great things, amazing things. And Allah said, this youth comes to all of you. We are all young. There are so many young people over here. What great things have you done? What great things do you aspire to do? Because this youth, this age is not going to last forever. Allah Ta'ala immediately says, ثُمَّ رَدَدْنَاهُ وَاسْفَلَ سَافِلِينَ. You go up to an extent, and then you start coming down. Then you start going down. This is old age. Everything is going down after that. But what are you doing when you are young? What are you doing when you have power? What are you doing when you have energy? If you look at our youth around us today, what do our youth spend their time in? If they are not involved in drugs, some people lose their life in drugs. They start taking drugs at high school. If they are lucky enough to save themselves, then in college or at university. That's if you have it once, you become a slave of it. If not drugs, then how many of you smoke? Don't raise your hands, as if you would. But how many of you smoke? Those people who smoke, they say, oh, it's harmless. Is it harmless? It is killing you every day. And even if it kills you 50 years after, how much money are you spending? The other day we were at the superstore, and there was a girl before us, and she got a small packet. I don't know how many packets were in there of cigarettes. You know how much she paid for it? About 70 pounds. 70 pounds? Even if she smokes 1 packet, it's like what, 20, 25 pounds? Every day. And what? You're losing all that money, And along with that, you have become a slave of that habit. Do you want to be a slave? You say, these people were made slaves before, but we are slaves of our habit. Every time you need to go out to smoke. You can't live without it. And if you don't have money, what happens? You steal. This habit of smoking, of drugs, all these bad habits, along with everything else, it will also make you a thief. Because how are you going to fund that habit? You're only in college. You don't earn enough. So you take money from your mother's purse. You take money from your father's pocket. You take money from other family members. You are becoming a thief just to fund your habit. And this is only the beginning of all. See? It all started so innocent. And somebody just offered you a fat. Come on, smoke. It's okay. It's cool to smoke. But look at the consequences. Never even try it. It's not worth trying. Never take even one sniff of those drugs. It's not worth it. Never take one sip of alcohol. For us, even to touch alcohol is haram. Even to give alcohol to someone is haram. In fact, I would say even to step in that pub is not right. Even to go to the friend's house who serves alcohol is not right. You have to close the doors of these evil. Band kar do in the masjid. Where are you spending their energy in? Okay, even if they don't do all this, mashallah, a person is clean, then what? Then he sat at home playing video games. He's become like a zombie on the couch. Because he's playing that games like 4 hours a day, 5 hours a day, Allahu Akbar. He's always on the phone, okay? So addicted to the phone, okay? All kinds of apps are on there, so many social media apps, so many games, one after the other, one after the other, one after the other, one after the other. Now you can measure how much time you spend on the phone. Look at it. How many hours did you spend today? Look at it. And then ask yourself, how many times did I pray durood today? How many times did I open the Quran today? How many times did you look at your phone? And how many times did you open the book of Allah? Not even once. You never open the book of Allah even once. And you check your phone about 1,000 times in a day. Where is the balance? I don't say don't look at your phone. We all look at our phones. We all use our phones. But look at the balance. We are completely tilted towards the world, towards the dunya, maybe towards shaitan. Where is Allah Ta'ala in all this equation? Where is Allah Ta'ala? Our girls, mashallah, our sisters are sat here. Where do you spend your time? You are surfing videos, one after the other, one after the other, one after the other. Either you are posting something or you are following these bloggers. Okay? These celebrity bloggers who are making millions. They have become all the same. They are fascinated, these young people. These young girls are fascinated by these bloggers. And they ask, you know how much she earns? She earns like 10 million pounds a year. Doing what? Blogging. What is she blogging on? Oh, she's blogging on makeup. Or she puts new makeup every day. And I have to see that makeup. They follow. You don't know you are becoming addicted to these things. You are becoming slaves of these people. They are making money. What are you making? What are you making? What are you making out of it? They are making millions out of it. What are you making? All you are doing is wasting your time. Your mother is calling, you're busy watching video. Your mother said, can you do this for me? Can you do this for me? You have exams coming up. You have homework. You have to go to mosque. But you are following these bloggers. If you are too religious, then you follow what? How to wear hijab. How to wear different kinds of hijab. And they wear, these people, they are making money wearing different kinds of hijab every day, Allahu Akbar. Okay? We need to balance. We need to balance. I don't say don't use social media. Okay? It would be tough to say that nowadays. We all use it, but use it responsibly. Not at the expense of deen. Every day, 100 Durood Sharif is a must. Every day, 100 times Astaghfirullah is a must. Every day, 5 times Salah is a must. Every day, opening the book of Allah is a must. Then you have time, you do all the other things. You see how the Sahaba spend their time? I'm coming to the end of my time. Let me give you some examples. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is only young. And you know the Quraysh, they were building the Kaaba and they started to fight. When they had to fix the Hajar al-Aswad, the black stone. Each tribe is saying, we'll fix it. We are honorable, we are wealthy, we are rich, we have more power, we are going to fix it. They started to fight. Okay? And there was about to be a war. And somebody said, you know, wait a minute. Let's decide this in a different way. What we'll do is tomorrow morning, the first person who enters the haram, he will decide. जो सबसे पहले दाखिल होगा सुबह हरम में, वही फैसला करेगा कि हजर अस्वद कौन नस्ब करे. Now, early morning, everybody came to the haram to see who's the first person who's going to enter. And subhanallah, look at the judgment of Allah. Who comes in? Our beloved Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When they saw the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they said, Ja'al Ameen, Ja'al Ameen, Alhamdulillah, the Ameen, the trustworthy has come. They were delighted because Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam's character was such. He's only young, he's not announced his prophethood yet. But they said, if Muhammad has come, Alhamdulillah, he made the best decision. A young person coming in, and look at the decision he made. He said, bring a chadar, bring a big chadar. And he said, all the tribes hold its corners and put the Hajar al-Aswad in it and bring it to the Kaaba. So all the tribes are equal in holding to Hajar al-Aswad. And now they all said, Ya Muhammad, you should fix it. You should fix it, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. The Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam made a team when he was young. He made a team, and that team would go around and see any injustice in Makkah. There's no time for details. Any injustice in Makkah, they would fix it. This is only when he is young. And you know when he became a Rasul? He was already a Rasul when he announced his prophethood. When he announced his prophethood, people asked, for what proof do you have? What proof do you have that you are Rasul? He gave two proofs. He said, one is the Quran. One is the Quran. And you know what the second thing was? He said, the 40 years I have lived with you, that is my proof. Look at my 40 years of life, and if you find anything wrong in those 40 years, then tell me. They could not pinpoint anything wrong in the 40 years of life of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And ask ourselves, what have we done at the age of 20? Is there any sin left? At the age of 30, is there any sin left out there, ma'azallah? Is this our youth? That's not following Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Look at the Sahaba, how the Sahaba inspired. When we talk about Sahaba, you think they were old people with white beards? And they were not. Our scholars say 95% of Sahaba were young. 95% of Sahaba were young. Sayyidina Ali, when he accepted Islam, he was only 8 years old. How many? 8 to 10 years old. And I have a list here, look at this. Hazrat Muaz bin Jabal, he's being made a governor. You know how old he is? Governor of Yemen? He's only 32. 32 years old and a governor of Yemen. Hazrat Abu Musa Ashari, he's made a judge. You know what age? 32 again. And then Sa'ad ibn Abi Waqqas. When the Prophet ﷺ is injured in the battle of Uhud, Sa'ad is defending him from all sides. And Rasulullah ﷺ said, may my mother and father be sacrificed on you, O Sa'ad. How old is Sa'ad? Sa'ad is so young कि अभी उनकी दाढ़ी के बाल भी नहीं हैं. इतने young है. Hazrat Sa'ad ibn Abi Waqqas radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. इसी तरह, the list goes on and on. And look what happened in Karbala. In Karbala, our Imam was 56 years old. Imam Hussain radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. But his sons, Ali Akbar was only 18. And he is willing to give his life and all his blood for the sake of Islam. Where are our youth? What are they doing? There are some examples in this Ummah, alhamdulillah. You know, there are some people who go to these war-torn countries. They go to Yemen. They go to Syria. They go to Iraq. And what do? They drive ambulance. They take the injured to the hospital. Okay? This is something that a young person can do. And they do it, mashallah. Muslims from around the world, they do it. And you know, have you heard of the term Doctors Without Borders? These are doctors, professionals from UK, from US, from developed countries. They go to these areas and they work for free for weeks and months. Alhamdulillah, they are using their energy and the potential Allah Ta'ala gave them at that young age for the sake of deen and for the sake of community. And brothers, this is what we need to do. This is what we need to do, our sisters. Give some meaning to your life. You are not just here to work and earn some money and look after yourself or your family. Our young brothers and sisters over here, again, last thing I would like to say. If you live with your parents, how much do you help out at home, young brothers? How much do you help out? Sisters do, they do all the housework. But our brothers, how much do you help out at home? You want to build a society? First build your home. First build your home, start from where you live. How much do you help your old parents? Do you get the market for them? Do you get the market? Do you pay bills for them? Do you take them around when they need to go to hospital appointments? When they need to go to see their relatives, somebody's passed away, do you take them? Or are you too busy in your work? Or are you too busy after work in football? Or after work in gym? Your father says, take me somewhere. I have to go to gym. Your father says, I want to go there. You say, I have to go to my friends. It's football night tonight. Okay? So your father is waiting. There are fathers I have seen, they say, Pura hafta ghar mein gaadi nahi hoti, kahan jaun? How can I go? Why, you have a young son. The young son is always busy. He's got his own schedule. He goes to work and after work he does whatever he does. No time for your old parents. This is when you live with your parents. Some people have separated. Some people have separated. I'm not against separation. Instead of fighting every day, might as well separate. Roz ladne se acha hai ki alag hi reh jao. Lekin if you live separately, how many times in a week do you go and see your parents? They live in the next street. But how many times do you go and see them? I have seen that the mother has passed away and the son who lived in the same street has not seen her for a week. एक हफ्ते से ज़्यादा एक ही है और माँ का इंतकाल हो गया. How useless we are. You are in the same street. At least go there once a day and say Assalamu alaikum, Mummy Jaan. Are you okay? Are you okay? Abba, do you need anything? How can we build a better society when our own old parents are suffering? Start from your house. Give some meaning. And when you have time, work for the masjid. Work for the community. Okay? मस्जिद में आओ और हम अपने बड़ों से कहेंगे कि नौजवानों को आने दो मस्जिद में, नौजवानों को काम करने दो मस्जिद में. Even if they make mistakes, let them come, let them take some responsibility. इसलिए कि आज आप हैं, कल तो इन्हीं के हाथ में जाएंगे. वरना कल ये मस्जिद वीरान हो जाएगी. लोग कहेंगे हमें तो नहीं चलानी मस्जिद. We don't know how to. हमें नहीं चलानी मस्जिद. अल्लाह. इसलिए मेरे प्यारे आका सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम की प्यारे दीवान, we need to save ourselves. And you know, when you are young, shaitan is always after you. Last story and I finish. Last story. Are you okay for last story? Yes. You know, when you are young, there are so many distractions, so many things calling you towards evil. One of the things is protection of our eyes. There is so much filth out there. It's hard to protect. Women, that is the weakness of man. It is stated, if you want to destroy a nation, destroy the youth, as Maulana Azmatullah said. How to destroy the youth? With women. With women, their souls are corrupted. And when the souls are corrupted, this body is nothing. This body means nothing. When the soul is corrupted, the iman is corrupted. The body means nothing. So there was this young man. You know Yusuf alayhi salam? You heard of Yusuf alayhi salam? He was very beautiful. He was very, very handsome. Very handsome. And that became the trial of Yusuf alayhi salam. He was seduced by women. By powerful women. This is in the Quran. It's not just happening to you, your life. It happened to Yusuf alayhi salam. He was being seduced, and you know what he said? Inna nafsa la'ammaratun bisu illa ma rahimah. You know, this nafs ammara is always calling towards evil. But Ya Allah, only if you protect. So if you have temptations you can't control, seek refuge in Allah. Ya Allah, please help. Ya Allah, please help. Ya Allah, please help me. And you will see the help of Allah coming. So this man was again very handsome. And this woman she started to like him. And she one day made some excuse at a shop where they met, and she invited him to the house. Hazrat Imam Yaqai, he's written this. And she said, I need to take this stuff to my house, can you please help me carry it? And the young man, to do a good deed, he carried it to her house. She said, can you put it inside the house? And he went to put the stuff inside the kitchen, and she locked the door. She locked the door. She had bad intentions. He was very handsome. When he realized what's happening, he said, I need to go. She said, I'm here. He said, Master, we can't do this. It's wrong. Allah is watching. This is wrong. She said, nobody's watching here. Now he's trying to get out of there, and she stood by the door, not letting him out. And then he seeks help from Allah. Ya Allah, please help me. I'm stuck. I would fall victim to this trap of shaitan. Ya Allah, please help me. And Allah Ta'ala gave him an idea. He said to the woman, can I just use the toilet? He said, okay. He goes there, and what he did, Allahu Akbar. The waste from his body, he applied all over his body. Obviously there was a stench. When he came out of the toilet, the woman said, you look like a mad guy. Get lost, go away. And she opened the door. He went out. When he went outside the house, he thanked Allah, Ya Allah, you saved me. You saved me. He went and to the well, and he had a bath. But from that day, his body started to emit this fragrance. He started to emit fragrance, natural fragrance. No deodorant, no cologne, nothing. He started to emit natural fragrance. He's smelling good now. Wherever he would walk, people would know, subhanAllah, this guy has passed. And when he died, it was smelling the fragrance from his qabr, mashallah. And you know what Allah Ta'ala said? A nawjawan, a young person, when he does tawbah, do sincere repentance, leave all the ways. Today you need to say, Ya Allah, I am going to turn my ways. I'm going to turn back to you. If I am missing salah, I'm going to stop missing salah. I will try my best. If I am not listening to my parents, I'm going to listen to my parents. If I'm having alcohol, I'm going to quit. If I'm doing this, I'm going to quit. If you do tawbah at a young age, Allah's Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, Ana Habibullah, wa shabun ta'ibul Habibullah. I am the Habib of Allah, and a young person who does tawbah is also beloved to Allah. And in another hadith, the Prophet ﷺ said, when a young person does tawbah, when a young person says astaghfirullah with all his heart, the urge of Allah starts to shake. The urge of Allah starts to shake out of joy. And last hadith, when a young person, when a young girl, when a young boy, they do tawbah, they do away with the sins, okay? Allah Ta'ala is expressing His amazement. And He said to the angels, oh my angels, have you seen this young person? He has all the means and all the energy to commit sins, but he is not. Remember, He says to the angels, I will give this person izzat in the world. And I will give this person izzat when he passes away, alhamdulillah. So if you want izzat, if you want respect, alhamdulillah, we need to do tawbah, turn to Allah. And if you find it difficult, then ask Allah. Allah will make it easy for you. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect our youth. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us from all the sins. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us a clean life with Iman and a good death again in the state of Iman. Wa akhiru da'wana and alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. MashaAllah, I would like to mention a lot of brothers in this area, MashaAllah, Hajrat Tashreef लाए, शुक्रिया। मुहिम बाग शरीफ की ज़ियारत है नमाज के बाद, लेकिन खास तौर पे मैं जिक्र करूँ हमारे शाहिद भाई, all the way he's come from Birmingham, पूरी फैमिली के साथ आए हैं, इनको भी और अल्लाह ताला आप सबको भी खूब दारें की सआदतों से नवाजे। अस्सलाम वालेकुम व रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातुहू।